Fox Weather meteorologist Michael Estime joins us now live from Melbourne Beach with more on how much rain is coming. How's it going out there, Michael?
Yeah, Bain, Craig, good morning to you both. Boy, what an active past couple of days. Over the past 36 hours, we actually had a buoy right offshore measure 16-foot wave heights. For perspective, that is the size of an average male giraffe in terms of how high that wave was. So incredibly large waves. Unfortunately, that proved deadly with the rip currents over this past weekend, with a 51-year-old man being dragged out to sea. Additionally, we've also seen reports of erosion up toward the Daytona Beach area. We're working on getting some video and footage of that for you. Meantime, though, let's talk about what we have going on right now, and then more importantly, the rain that's on the way through the end of the work week, right? Right now, we still have those high waves that we're expecting and those surf advisories that are in effect for 5 to 8 footers, literally from West Palm Beach all the way up through Cape Hatteras. It's almost a 1,000-mile stretch where we'll see those big breakers. Here's the issue. Rip currents are still going to be an issue. In terms of what our forecast looks like moving forward, after Imelda moves off well away from the Florida mainland and mainland United States, we have a high pressure center up towards our north. As you know, high pressure spins in a clockwise fashion. On the southern end of that high pressure center, you get an easterly flow. That's a problem for us. Why? Because that means that we're going to see easterly winds get pummeled into the east coast of Florida, meaning we'll see additional rounds of not just showers and thunderstorms, but also more wave heights and wave action, and that's one of the reasons why we have high surf advisories that are in effect now, and they've been extended not just through Friday now, but also through this upcoming weekend. So that's going to be an issue for sure. In terms of what we also have going on, there's a little stationary front Thursday, Friday, Saturday that'll stall in parts of central Florida. So where we are, right around the corner from, say, Orlando area. So that's going to serve as a focus mechanism for repeated showers and thunderstorms to develop. And again, with that easterly flow, the east coast of Florida up and down what we call the A1A, right? Jimmy Buffett Memorial Highway, if you're familiar with the area, that's going to be the zone where we see 3 to 5 inches of rain, generally speaking, and possibly, guys, 5 to 8 inches of rain also possible by the time everything is said and done. So it is going to be a very wet end of the work week and into this upcoming weekend. Craig, Bain?
Oh, man, Michael, we just went through this not long ago, which was great news for the deficits they had and erasing a lot of the drought conditions. I want to ask you, because you've been there for a few days, what has it been like day to day? Are people taking it seriously and staying out of the water? Because, you know, you just walk a few feet into the water, and that's enough to sweep you off your feet.
Yeah, so Craig, great question. I think that most people are staying out of the water, but I did go on a beach walk yesterday, and while I was walking the beach, and we have some video that we can show you actually, I did see a group of kids, and like, I was just putting myself in their position. They were probably in their teens, and it was a group of like 4 or 5 of them, and they were in the water splashing around. There were huge waves around. It's not like this is a lifeguarded beach. I thought to myself, that's probably not, the best idea. I thought about going over there and maybe saying something, but I mean, you can look at the water and you can tell that it's turbulent. So yeah, there were a couple of folks in there, and it does give me pause, not just because of the death over the weekend, but also because Florida averages 19 rip current related deaths every single year. We've already had, I think, 16 in 2025. We're leading the nation in that here in Florida. So still it's important, Craig, that folks are mindful through the day today, through the rest of the week, and now into the weekend.
Yeah.
Definitely, Michael. I mean, 78 deaths throughout the entire country from rip currents right there, from that rough surf. So scary situation out there. We're glad you're being safe currently, and watch out for the rain that's coming there, Michael. Thanks again. So Fox Weather's Michael Estime live from Melbourne Beach, Florida. Thanks, Michael.